Hey lifestylers, what we do here is help people to gain confidence, knowledge and the ability to make smart, calculated choices which will lead to better jobs, better relationships and better social lives. A big part of that is helping people to feel good about themselves so they can project well outwardly. Today is International Women's Day, and what I noticed was there are a lot of people who are out and about celebrating women, and that is amazing. But what I would love to see is that to happen every day. So you don't have to be curing cancer to be making a difference in your own life and those of the women around you. You can support the women you know by celebrating their successes. It's really important that when people succeed or fail, they know they've got somebody there backing them. And if they do fail, give them the encouragement that they need to try again. Lend them an ear, a shoulder, or a hand. Do what it takes to get them back on track, going after their goal. Recognize that you won't always know why somebody's done something. Just support them and acknowledge that by starting something, they've done a good thing. We all start somewhere and our reasons are not always publicized, but we start. Give positive feedback when you can see somebody is trying to do something in their own life. Give them a compliment if it's fitting. Compliment people on their outfits or what they're doing or just anything new that they're trying. Because it's really hard to make a start on new things, and sometimes making a change is the biggest difficulty, but they're doing it. So recognize it and compliment them. And you know what? You might actually get a new friend out of it. What you can do for yourself is set a standard. Know that no matter what, that's your minimum. You should always try to outdo that, but have a minimum. Don't just mosey through life and, wing it. Know what's right and wrong. Know how you want to be treated and know how you want to treat other people. Educate yourself. You can arm yourself with all the knowledge that you might ever need, and there'll be more on its way. But you can learn to live an independent life so that you know you don't have to be coupled up. You don't have to have a man or a woman who will be there to look after you. You can look after yourself, and you can be strong and confident in yourself so that you know that in any situation that you walk into, you own it. So whether it's a job or a date or just a party, maybe even a meeting at work, you know that you can walk in and be your best self, because that's going to come across. It really, really does. And people can tell when you're faking it. And it's really essential that you know you're being it. You are being it. Do you know what I mean? Gain the confidence in yourself by looking back on all the things you've done. You've come a long way, and I know you've gone through hell so far. So you've achieved that, you've gone through it, and look how far you've come. Think about how far further you can go, because you have a long way to go. But how are you talking to yourself? Because confidence doesn't just come overnight. You have to be strong. You have to be sure about who you are. Back to the standards I mentioned before. You have to know that you're a good person. You don't go around bagging other people. You support other women. You support men. You don't get jealous of other women. You're not threatened by other women, because you can do it too. Whatever someone else is doing, you can do. You may not be on the same path as them, but you've got your own journey. Sometimes we look at other women and we think, God, they're so far ahead of me. But you know what? That's not really fair to you, because you've done a lot as well. And while they were doing one thing, you were doing another. It might be that you're trying to both go in the same direction, but one of you started earlier. So give yourself a break. It's really important that you consider your path and don't measure yourself by other people's success, because your success is coming. The negative thoughts that we have about ourselves come out eventually. They come out in ways that you may not expect. In little bits of bitchiness, when you're thinking about other women, when you're talking about other women, maybe making funny remarks. It's not on. We've all done it, and I really would love for us all to cut back on that and just support each other. It's really essential, but you can't be so supportive of everybody else if you're not supportive of yourself. Be kind to yourself, because you can do more than you're doing now, but you're not letting yourself, probably because of your confidence. In the real world, the way we treat each other also comes down to consideration and respect. If you're thinking about yourself when you're talking to somebody, that's going to come across. It's essential that you talk to somebody the way you would want to be talked to. You wouldn't want to be yelled at or sworn at. You've got your standards, you've got your way of living. So why would you talk to them like that? Why would you even talk to them in a negative way or in a condescending way? That's not going to help either of you. And really, it actually reflects back on you. So the people that you're talking to, they're not stupid. They can say, oh, so she's like that, yep, she's got that going on in her life. Well, fix that and reflect well in the world by projecting a confident persona. If for a second you think that you're getting by fine and you're not hurting anybody by your actions or by your attitude, think again, because the next generation is watching. Boys and girls of all ages are watching their parents, aunties and uncles, parents, friends, teachers, all sorts of adults who they encounter, and they are watching and learning. So if you're not confident in yourself and you're bagging other women, guess who hears it? I hear a lot of complaints about men and the way they treat us. But if we're not treating ourselves well, why would they? Sometimes they're treating us that way because that's how they've seen us treat ourselves. And we need to stop it. You cannot complain about other people and the way they treat you if you're not treating yourself well, because you set the standard. Children should know that life isn't a competition. There is room for everybody in this world and we will all get to where we want to go. But they need time to learn to be themselves and not to pick up your attitude unless it's a good one. Learning to be a good person and a productive person and someone who contributes to society is what's really important. I think if you think hard, that's what you want for your children. You want them to be happy and healthy and to be part of society. But being part of society means that you have to contribute. So do that by setting a really good example on how to treat each other and how to treat ourselves. Manners, respect, consideration on the road, on public transport, in shops, at work, at school. It all matters. When you think it doesn't, you will hear your kids say something that you don't want them to say. They'll repeat something at school that you've said and you will be shattered. This hasn't happened to you yet, it will happen. So think about what you're saying out loud. And what you're saying out loud is, as I said before, a reflection of what you're thinking inside. So minimize the negative talk. Talk yourself up. You're amazing. You've come really far. You've done great things. And you have a wide, vast future ahead of you. Another thing I know about each and every one of you is that you have skills and talents. Sometimes you're fully aware of them and other times you're just like, well, I was really good at that when I was young, and you don't do it anymore. But there are people out there who can benefit from your skills. So offer them. Your friends can do with a hand sometimes. And you know what? You can do with a hand as well. So be vocal about it. Offer help, ask for help. Everybody can help each other. Now, one of the things I do find from working with people is that we get to this sort of age and there are things that we don't know in life. So what I've organised for my first workshop of the year is a car care workshop. So I'm inviting people to bring their own car, and I've got an expert coming in and he will help us all to learn how to maintain our car. We're not going to be doing full services or anything like that. You can wear your overalls though if you like, but it will be basic stuff that will keep you confident when you're driving. As I said earlier, lifestyling is about helping people to be confident in life. So that will be coming up very soon. Now, if you have any other workshops that you would like me to run, please do leave me a message. I now have a website that is www.lifestyling.com.au. So you can go on there, have a look around, you can subscribe to the newsletter, that would be amazing. And you can contact me there or contact me here and leave me a message and ask me questions. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about, I will have a look at it. And you can mention workshops that you're interested in, and I will happily do all that for you. Now, stay active in the page. I've got a lot of things on there, and I wish you a fantastic International Women's Day.